Happy Monday, everyone. Selena Crockett, 100.7 LEV. What goes on behind the scenes? So I pulled this out of the closet the last minute. Actually, do you put your clothes out at night so you don't
Typically,
disturb?
yes.
Yeah.
Especially now because our kids don't sleep. So if I have to open my closet doors, like, so there's a good chance one of or both of them are in our room when I'm getting up to move. So
Oh, that's so tough. That's so tough. Like tiptoeing, like a cartoon, trying to
pretty
not
much,
wake
yeah.
her up. Yeah, unbelievable. Oh. Which we'll be talking about too, 7 this morning. You can join us and also comment here. You can see the post or 610-720-1007 about how you finally get your kids to sleep. Looking for legal answers. I don't know. You're pretty desperate. You'll take anything.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about them all. Yeah, they're just. It's been particularly tough because our little guy is 3 and he's out of his crib, and so
You can get out.
now one hears one make a move, then the other one makes a move, and then
They make a move together and they're like,
yeah,
yeah, we're going to team up. Tag team.
then I'm just sitting in the hallway with a nightstick in my hands, being like, "Who's ready to dance?" You know.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Um,
Well, now I just have to worry about waking up Ethan. Um, Pretty much, but he's like a log. He sleeps like a hibernating bear. So thankfully, I don't wake him up when I'm opening up my drawer. Because I did put my clothes out, but I'm like, you know what? After Taylor won, what a night during the Grammys. Album of the year. Her 13th Grammy was for her pop vocal album. You know, that's her lucky number, 13 for Midnights, which she dropped on stage. She's like, this is a thank you to the fans. She did a little self-promotion about the release of her next album. And I wonder the people that lost her are like, okay, self-promoting, but
I think they all got to know it's Taylor's world and they're just living in it right now. I mean, that's the way it goes. So I'll ask you a question. Ready? Like ever. Excellent shirt.
Like ever.
Today. I'm going to ask you a question. So she sets the record for most wins for album of the year by anybody before.
That's right. That's right. Because she has now, does she now have 5?
4.
She's 4. It was
album
3.
of the year 4 times.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you what you think is the bigger feat, because I think you can make an argument for both. So they mentioned Paul Simon has won it 3 times. The first one's escaping me, but
yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Wonder won 3 album of the years. He did that in a 4-year span. So he won album of the year. I think he went 1-1, 1-2. I don't think he had an album in the 3rd year and then one in the 4th year. So Stevie Wonder won album of the year 3 times in 4 years at the Grammys. Or the longevity of Taylor Swift having done it over the better part of 2 decades.
Over eras? Over the eras, shall you say?
Over the eras. Because I think there is something to be said about constantly putting out albums that appeal to people.
Yeah.
But man, Stevie winning album of the year 3 times in 4 years is like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Who was there last night too?
Yeah.
Did a special tribute to Tony Bennett, which was beautiful.
Yes, it was excellent. And there's not a wrong answer because both of them are iconic and legendary beyond what you could say. But just that, I think that's a really fascinating, because again, I appreciate that longevity of Taylor Swift, and I'm sure that's probably not her last album of the year, at least nomination or win.
And as she said, because she was so gracious too when she won that award that you're referring to for a record-breaking moment, album of the year. She says, you know, I do this because I love to do this. And thank you so much for allowing me to continue doing this, for giving me the platform to do this, you know. And it was a beautiful acceptance speech.
How could I have forgotten Frank Sinatra as the other person that's won album of the year 3 times? Yeah, man, do you think Travis knew? I feel like Travis does too much talking and I'm not saying it in a way of like.
You mean about the release of her album?
Release of the album, like, or was she just constantly like, Travis, don't spill the beans?
My question is, when she announced, okay, I have a little secret for you that I've been keeping for a while. Anybody else mumble under their breath? they're engaged. They're engaged. They have to be engaged.
Well, when
She's
she said 2 years, it was like, okay, well,
okay.
that timeline wouldn't add up very well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to put it. That's not an obvious answer. She's a rock star. She's an
Yeah.
absolute rock star at the peak of her game right now.
It was
Joy, good morning. Thank you for
you
checking
know
in.
what makes it so awesome too is she goes into this like a spectator. She's up and she's dancing to everybody and she's truly enjoying the moment and everyone
Sure,
there. She is a
sure.
true fan. And on that note, we have to run. Good morning, Joe. Joy. I had no sleep in me. Joy. Good morning, Joy. All
And
right,
Joe, wherever you are. Bye,
yeah.
everybody.